Hey, Giant fans. Welcome to the Giant Insider podcast. My name is Jerry Foley. I am the senior editor of the Giant Insider newspaper. And with me, as always, is the beat writer, the heart of Giants Nation. Nobody beats the biz, Chris Bizignano. Before we get started, Chris, I want to thank our brand new sponsor, folks, Fitzpatrick's Crest Tavern, located at 9600 Pacific Avenue in Diamond Beach, just between Wildwood Crest and Cape May. They got a huge selection of spirits, including 21 beers on taps, many of which are from microbreweries in South Jersey. They have 18 TV screens, the NFL Sunday Ticket, so you can watch your favorite team, hopefully the Giants, while scarfing down some of the delicious appetizers on their menu. Cape May salts, Delaware Bay oysters, great selection of appetizers, mahi-mahi tacos, my favorite, the Mardi Gras shrimp, and then dinner options like the roast beef supreme, baked grouper, linguine and mussels, and broiled or fried flounder. So if you find yourself vacationing on the South Jersey Shore, head over to Fitzpatrick's Crest Tavern and tell the owner, Sam Fitzpatrick, that the Giant Insider sent you. That way they'll extend beyond November. Right now, they're our sponsor till November. So if somebody goes there and says the Giant Insider sent me, there's a very good chance they extend that. In all seriousness, they're located at 9600 Pacific Avenue in Diamond Beach, the best shuck in town. What's up, Chris? What's going on?
How's that Mardi Gras shrimp? That sounds good, man. That's one of my favorites.
It's absolutely phenomenal, dude. It's like this Cajun sauce.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
And then what you do is after you eat it, you take the sauce home with you and put it over pasta. It's freaking ridiculous.
Wow. Okay.
It's awesome. So it's like if you can't finish it, the sauce will be sitting there, and you're like, you know what? I'm not throwing this out. Put it in a to-go container, bring it home. It is ridiculous. It's so good.
It sounds good. It sounds real good. So gotta try to hit that one. I was just in Cape May too. I wish I would have known about it back then, last week. But I gotta try to hit that place one year.
Yeah, it's good
the weather. I mean, the weather the last few days, I'm sure people are still going to be flooding down to the shore.
Well, what's funny is like
up here in Jersey, it's 95 degrees. I just lost the power, folks. If you hear a little humming, that isn't somebody trying to do a Frank Sinatra impersonation behind me. It's my home generator. If you do hear a little hum, because I lost the power about an hour ago. So we'll work through it. That's part of
Chris,
life.
That is the definition of disaster recovery, folks. I mean, he lost power, and the podcast goes on. Come on now.
Podcast goes on. No matter what. So
come and let the Giants offense Sunday night, baby. Let's do this.
Sorry, here we are. Yeah. So, game week, right?
Yeah, baby.
Biggest thing coming out of training camp. Nobody injured.
Yeah.
No serious injuries, right? Yeah. Even today, had some guys. Everybody practiced today. A couple of guys unlimited, but no serious injuries coming out of training camp, something the Giants haven't said in a couple of years. We seem to lose a receiver, this guy, that guy, Aziz last year at a joint scrimmage, Colin Johnson's, all that stuff last few years. So this year, healthy, man, couldn't ask for more, going into this first game, a healthy squad. We'll find out Friday exactly who's not going to play, but it looks like everybody's going to be good to go. And it looks like Dallas is pretty healthy too. And away we go. Let's get it rolling.
And nothing nagging either, Chris. Like no hamstrings. I mean, obviously no big ones, but like nothing nagging. The annoying ones that sometimes last 3-4 weeks. It's just this is about as healthy as you can remember a Giants team coming out of training camp, dude. I don't remember the last time that we were this healthy. The excitement is there too, man. Like you can feel it on social media. All the podcasts, Twitter, everything, man. It's just this can't get here fast enough. We are 4 days away, and I am so psyched. I'm almost getting a nervous feeling like this game is happening tonight. It's been so long. There's such high hopes for this team as far as building on last year. And I don't know, Chris. It's one game, but like you said, you've been saying it for months. It's so important to come out of the gate and win this one, dude. It really is.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I was listening to Charlie Weiss today this morning on the radio with Bob Papa, and Weiss he said the same thing that I've been saying for like a month now. Hey, the Giants got to go out and win this game.
Yeah.
He says it's imperative the Giants go out and win this game because they were not good against the division last year. The Cowboys have been beating them since 2016. Okay, the Andy Dalton game, whatever.
Yeah, right. Throw it out.
Kind of throw it out, right? So I mean, Dak's been beating up on him. Now they're not going to have Zeke anymore, who's beat up on him a little bit over the years too. But it's a home game Sunday night, playoff season. Expectations is playoff again, and you want to beat the teams in your division. And you've lost to Dallas for a long time. And Charlie Weiss said the same thing this morning, man. He was like, I think to me, he was telling Papa, he was like, to me, the Giants got to go out and win this game.
Yeah.
You got to go out and win this game. And that's what we've been saying, right, Jerry? Like, go out and win this game.
Yeah.
Now, of course, they don't. It's not like the season's over, but you get that feeling, man. Like, hey, go out and, set the tone a little bit, man. Show the Cowboys. And then when you play the Eagles in December, well, who knows what's going to be in December, the teams will look like. But set the tone, man. Show the Cowboys and the NFC what's up. At home, crowd's going to be going crazy. Blue shirts, blue towels. To me, I'll say it once again before we make predictions and go into this game a little bit. Giants got to go out and win this game, man.
Yeah.
Got to go out and win this game.
Yeah, I feel the same way. And for years, Giant fans, we all pissed and moaned, guys, that we opened up the season in Dallas. Well, we finally get them at home. And you want to win this one. You want to set the tone for the year and kind of prove that last year wasn't a fluke. The roster's more talented. And it's time to beat them. Like you said, Chris, haven't beaten them since really 2016. You throw the Andy Dalton game out the window. You want to beat Dak Prescott. Forever we've been saying Dak Prescott's not that great. Well, he beats us, though. He always beat us. So it kind of rings hollow when you keep saying it over and over again, and he beats our ass. So let's get this job done. Let's take these guys down. I don't care if you win by a point or 30 points. Let's just beat them, man. Look, Dallas is really talented, man. We've been talking about it for the last few years. We always feel like, I think you feel the same way as I do, that they had a better coach. They'll probably make a longer run or a farther run, but they have Mike McCarthy and he has his flaws, but it's a talented roster, especially in spots where, look, we have question marks. We're confident in our corners. We're confident in Evan Neal, but until we see him play, till we see these guys in action, you just don't know, right? So I don't know where you want to start, Chris, but I think I want to start our corners covering their receivers and the matchup issues that can, present. How that can present itself.
Yeah, that's going to be one of the big matchups of the game, man. Rookie corners, against the good Cowboy receivers.
Yeah.
How does that play out?
Yep.
Look, Trey Hawkins earned it. Tay Banks, these kids are confident. Wink is confident in them. Daves is confident in them. They're going to put him out there. And guess what? Trial by fire. You're playing against CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, Brandon Cooks. Now, Adore's going to get a lot of CeeDee Lamb in that slot. That's going to be a key matchup. Giants feel much better, though, having Adore in the slot than Darnay Holmes or Cordell Flott. Okay? So that's one matchup they're looking at. Okay, well, hopefully Adore could win a battle of those two. Last year, CD got him in the end zone with a really good one-handed catch, if I remember right. It was a really good play by CeeDee Lamb, who's one of the better receivers in the game.
Yeah.
But how does Hawkins and how does Tay Banks hold up? How does Wink play it? Does he play a lot of man press? Does he leave them out there on islands at time? And he will, no question. He's going to go after Dak on third and passing situations.
We've said it before, dude. He would leave me and you out there.
Right. I mean, he's going to do it at times until they, if they're getting beat, then he might have to make adjustments and all that stuff. But you're going to see it.
Yeah.
So that's going to be one of the key matchups, man. It's it's a little like, oof, okay, let's see what happens, because they are rookie corners.
Yeah.
They are rookie corners.
Yeah.
But they have a lot of faith in these guys, and the bell rings Sunday night, and we'll see what they bring to the table against a talented group.
Yeah, and like you said, Trey Hawkins on the outside and Adoree Jackson in the slot makes you feel better than Adoree Jackson on the outside and Darnay Holmes in the slot. I mean, it just makes you feel so much better, right? Yeah. And you haven't seen, Hawkins hasn't had NFL action, either has Banks yet. I mean, I'm real game, I mean.
Yeah.
But you still feel good based on what you saw and the faith that these guys put in these young draft picks, right? We all knew Banks was going to start, but Trey Hawkins out of nowhere, 6th rounder, Old Dominion, he's going to be starting. And like you said, baptism by fire, man. We'll see how that goes. But that's probably my biggest concern going into this game. And then, the next one is just their pass rush against our offensive line. And I think, we feel great about Thomas, Schmitz. We think Neal will take that next step, but it's the guard play that we're a little concerned about. But I mean, Dallas is loaded, dude. They have probably the best defensive player in football. With all due respect to Aaron Donald, Micah Parsons is ridiculous. I mean, Bosa just got that money today. What the hell is Micah Parsons going to demand, dude? It's gonna be more than that, And Bosa's great. Don't get me wrong, but when it comes time to sign Parsons, holy cow, he can ask for the world. But Lawrence, I mean, these guys, they have a tremendous pass rush.
Yeah, you were talking about the guards. I'm also concerned about Evan Neal.
Yeah, sure, right.
He sticks it to it because look, DeMarcus Lawrence destroyed him last year.
Yeah, killed him. Yeah, yeah.
And you're going to be looking to attack that again this year until Evan, shows that, hey, this is my second year and he can handle that assignment. Because they're going to do a lot of those twists up front. That's what Dan Quinn likes to do with Parsons and DeMarcus, and they're going to do it with the kid Smith, and they're going to pull a lot of those, the Dorrance Armstrong, they're going to pull a lot of those stunts. And, they're going to have to pick it up, and Evan Neal's got to step up.
Yeah.
You can't, Jerry, when you have like a guy last year with DeMarcus, I don't know if you remember it, but I remember like DeMarcus Lawrence, he's blowing up Neal the first few series or second quarter, first, whatever it was, and you could just see that Kafka had to make adjustments. He had to,
totally.
put a tight end over there. He had to put a running back chipping him.
Yep.
Coordinators don't want to do that, dude. They,
no.
They don't want to say, okay, we gotta get help to this guy.
Right.
Now we gotta chip him. Now we gotta keep a tight end. We gotta max because this guy's getting destroyed. And DeMarcus Lawrence, it seems like he just salivates when he sees a Giant uniform. He just it appears he's a really good player. Don't get me wrong, but he saves his best for the Giants. It seems like.
Yeah, whether it's Eli or Jones, he comes after.
He just seems to save his best. And Michael Parsons is Michael Parsons. They're gonna line him up all over. Yeah, and they're going to line him up over Neal's side. They're going to line him up over the guard. They'll line him up over the kid Schmitz. They're going to line him up all over the place.
Yeah.
And that's one of the keys. They're fast defense. They added, Stephen Gilmore, and they got very physical safeties. They're a good team, man. They're a good team. It's going to be quite a challenge to this offensive line and Daniel and the offense, and we'll see how it plays out. But to me, Jerry, where you get Dallas, right? Everything's about matchups in this league, And I look at Dallas. And they finished like 22nd in the league last year against the run.
Yeah.
And they went out, and they're no dummies. They draft pretty well, Dallas. They draft pretty well, okay?
Yes.
You got to give credit to their scouting staff, and hate to say it, even Jerry Jones' kid and whatever the hell else is over there involved.
No, I was going to say the reason they do is because Jerry Jones kind of backs off now. Lets his kids do it.
So they go out and they draft a big kid, Mazzy Smith, from to play up over that nose, they realize they re-signed Van Der Esch, who's all right. He's pretty good,
Yeah.
And they bring him back, and they got the physical safeties, but they know their Achilles heel at defense is against the run.
Yep.
Brian Dable knows that. And Mike Kafka know it. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's all about matchups, and Darren Waller's a great. We're going to see all that stuff, but to me, Jerry, you want to kind of get after with Saquon, all right? Saquon to me is the I should say, how am I going to word this? Saquon's he could be the biggest player in this game, okay?
The X factor, as they say.
He could be a key factor in this game.
Yeah.
If he goes off, the Giants are going to, it'll be a close one, and the Giants are going to win this game. I think the potential is there for Saquon to have a 130-yard game against these guys. I really do. Schmitz is a physical center. But is an upgrade from last year. Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
All right. Evan Neal's a good run blocker now. Let's not forget. Evan's a good run blocker.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got grinders with Brenderson and Glow and all that. I think that's going to be the key, Jerry. I think the Giants are going to come out. They might try to wing it around a lot at first.
Yeah.
Using these guys up, especially use Waller. You like sort of like what you saw against in the preseason game. They're going to come out throwing, get them loose a little bit, and then hit them with a lot of Saquon. And guess what? Dable and Kafka, we all know the way these guys coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if they want to adjust and bring that fifth guy in the box, sixth guy, if Saquon's getting some chunk yards, okay. They'll come back. They got the weapons. They got the speed to hurt them now.
It's nice now, isn't it, to say that?
Yeah, Jerry, I was saying this, like Dan Quinn, the defensive coordinator, he's a good coach, Dan, all right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a good coach. But, he's looking at this Giants team this week, and he's saying to himself, boy, this ain't like last year, brother. We could put six in the box. Who we worried about? Say, topping off a day, okay, we'll deal with it,
Right.
Now they had the speed. Campbell's, Hyatt, Slayton another year in the system. Isaiah, right? And of course, Darren Waller.
Yeah.
Dan Quinn's got this offense like, man, boys, this ain't the same offense as last year.
Right.
And now you got to deal with Saquon, of course. Last year was kind of like Saquon, and we'll worry about it. We're not too concerned about it, but now you got to be concerned about numerous guys. And you got to be worried about Daniel and his legs and his arm. So, hey, that's great to see, right? Let these defensive coordinators sit up at night and go, oh, man, we got to worry about this 11 personnel. We got to worry about that, Saquon, all that stuff. And the unknown. Saquon hasn't played a snap. They're going to throw some wrinkles in for Saquon this year. I'm telling you that right now. You're going to see some different routes coming out of the backfield, some different things with Saquon. And, of course, the other guys. Look, Jerry Waller just does so much. He just does so much. You have to bracket him. You have to account for him. And that's going to open up things for Saquon. I'm looking for 26 to have a real big one Sunday night.
Interesting, right? If the Giants come out and win this game because they ran the ball after getting all those weapons for Daniel in the offseason. But those weapons also open it up for Saquon, right? Like, it's kind of like chicken or the egg. And I think that'd be a great story that, the Giants came out and ended up running it like 30 times to Saquon. He gets 130, 140 yards, 2 touchdowns, and, 50 out of the backfield passing when we got all these weapons in for Daniel. But, yeah, I mean, I was going to say, Saquon hasn't played yet. He's fresh. And he's got kind of I want to say an axe to grind, but he wants to prove himself, right? He wants to have a great year. But yeah, the matchup fascinates me. It really does, because like you said last year, Kafka, guy like Kafka, especially any offensive coordinator, but Kafka specifically, you get away from that game plan where you can't throw it anymore. You got to throw it as much. You got to bring, someone else to chip in, Bellinger or whoever. And this year, hopefully they don't have to do that. And then if they stack the box, you can throw now. It's just like you said, man, there's so many more options on this offense. And if they end up opening the game up for Saquon, I think it would be kind of, poetic justice or kind of ironic if that happened.
Jerry, last year there were 2 tight games.
Yeah.
Against the Cowboys.
Despite the
one at home
difference.
they were winning. They were actually 3-point favorites at one time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Beginning that game at home.
Yeah.
The Thanksgiving Day game, they were totally on demand, right? And that was close at halftime. Remember, the Cowboys kind of won in the second half.
Yep.
These were tight games last year, and the Giants have added a lot more. Jerry, I put something on Twitter today. I looked it up, because the Cowboys had like 160-something yards rushing, 149, whatever the hell it was. There are a lot of yards rushing on the Giants, right? The 2 games they played last year. And I'm looking up, for some reason, I forgot the one inside backer. I said, wait a minute, was Tate Crowder last year? I'm going, let me look it up. I look it up.
Oh, I know. I saw your tweet.
I put it on Twitter.
I couldn't believe it.
The first time they played the Cowboys,
yeah,
it was Austin Calitro, no longer in the league.
Unbelievable.
Tate Crowder, I think he's on the practice squad. I know he tried out with somebody. He might be on the practice squad. But you look at that and you say, oh, my God, right? It's like,
what an upgrade.
And this year, you have a Bobby Okereke. You're going to have Isaiah Simmons. You're going to, and then you add the Ashawn Robinsons and Nacho, Nunez, Roaches, and guys like that. And, you talk about a different personnel, Jerry, like, holy crap. Not to mention, of course, with Dex and Leo. So the Giants feel that, they upgraded the run defense. And we'll stuff out. But look, Tony Pollard's a good back, but, Zeke always kind of struck a little fear. Even when Zeke last year wasn't the same Zeke, he always struck a little fear in you, right? Like,
he could run a 6'4" 40 and still get like 80 yards against us. It didn't matter.
It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
But he's not here anymore. Now they're going with Pollard. He's the main back. I know McCarthy wants to run the ball. They felt they threw the ball way too many times the last few years when they should have been running the ball in certain situations. And Kellen Moore's now with Justin Herbert because of it. You look at the ratio. I know a lot of people feel that the Cowboys threw the ball way more than they ran the ball in the Kellen Moore, but they really didn't. But the difference was that Kellen Moore at times would throw the ball in situations that didn't call for it. And that kind of got him hot water with McCarthy, and they went their separate ways. All right.
Yeah.
So now they're going to go with Schottenheimer, and McCarthy's going to call plays, and they're going to try to be physical, and we'll see what happens. But they have the weapons. So now, Jerry, like I just said, we talked about attacking Dan Quinn's defense, right? It's all about matchups. But you know what? The Cowboys got to be sitting there, Jerry, say, well, we want to be physical. We have a real good line. We want to run the ball, impose our will. But we're playing a team this week that has 2 rookie corners.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So if they're smart, I'm coming out with those receivers, and we're going to see what they're made of right off the bat. We're going to wing it all over the damn place,
Test them right away.
And that's what I expect to see out of Mike McCarthy, Schottenheimer, and the Dallas offense. I really do. Why wouldn't you? It'd be stupid not to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Guys, we're going to take a break and be right back after this. You're listening to the Giant Insider Podcast. 20 minutes in already, baby. Hang on one second. And we're back, folks. You're listening to the Giant Insider Podcast with Chris, Nobody Beats the Biz, Bizignano, and Jerry Foley. Also, guys, if you can, I forgot to say this before, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Putting everything out there. You saw the videos of the predictions out there we put out. We're going to have a lot of fun with that this season, so please subscribe. Dude,
Jerry, just one quick point, buddy, before talking about the secondary, and then we'll move on. Your next point.
Yeah. I was going to stay on one of your points, actually.
Okay, well, we'll get to that in a second. I just want to, because I'll forget.
That's fine.
I want to get this out there. Tay Banks is built solid. Solid kid. I didn't realize, Jerry, until yesterday in the locker room. Trey Hawkins, he's 6'3". We all know that. He's built real good.
Okay.
So I'm talking with somebody yesterday. I'm looking over at Trey. He's sitting on his locker. You know what I'm saying? Man, I didn't realize how built Trey Hawkins is. We all know 6'3", but I just thought he was thinner for some reason. I saw him up close. He had the pads on. But now we're back in the locker room, and I'm looking at him, and this freaking kid this kid's solid.
Yeah.
The point I'm making is that, Jerry, the Giants secondary, you got Tay Banks, real solid, physical. Trey Hawkins, 6'3", physical, built.
Yeah.
Jason Pinnock, physical safety. Zay, we all know about. The smallest guy out there is Adoree,
Yeah.
I mean, this is not only they're big, Jerry, these guys. I mean, these are physical secondary in the Giants, man.
Yeah.
These are guys that are going to come up and put a hat on you.
Yeah.
I love it, dude. It reminds me of the old days, with Mark Collins days. They're going to come up, Perry Williams are going to come up and put a hat on you.
Even the Seahorn Sparks, they were physical corners. That tandem, right?
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people think Seahorn was this pretty boy. No, Seahorn will come up and put a lick on you. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it, I'm saying, man, this is a big, this is a big physical secondary. Look at these kids are big. I love it, man. I love it.
You're more of a press corner guy, right?
Yeah. I love the press corner. I love to come up, put a hat on you guys. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Jerry, I hate the off ball shit. I understand it happens. You have to go different looks and all that stuff, but the Giants. The Giants drafted Tay Banks not to be an off man cover guy.
Yeah.
And they looked at Trey Hawkins at Old Dominion. He was a tight man press, physical corner, and that's what they want here with Wink. But these kids, man, I was looking. Man, it's a pretty big secondary, man. I think as the season progresses, you're going to see people say, "Man, these guys come up and they hit guys too." They hit guys.
Yeah.
They tackle when if a guy catches a little slant on him or a dig, whatever it might be. They come up and boom. You know what I mean? They're gonna hit you too, man. I love it, man. I love it. So.
Yeah. And nice size and safety too. You expect your safeties to be bigger too, but it's a big secondary, like you said. And then you see, the front seven and the guy like that lanky Isaiah Simmons on the end, it's just look like you said, it's a bigger defense. I was gonna say before, I just wanted to touch on you were talking about it, dude. The difference in talent on the Giants and Cowboys last year was like how do these two teams, how were they constructed over the years that one team is just so talent deprived in so many areas and the other is absolutely loaded? But like you said, man, they were in both games, and I think they were up in the fourth quarter. I think that Saquon run where he went 40 yards or whatever, I think that was in the fourth quarter when he went ahead.
Yeah, it was either late third or fourth. I got to look it up. Yeah.
I was like, wow, we're in this. I mean, like you said, the Thanksgiving Day game where the Giants looked like they went in that game, and you're just like, what do we have here?
Yeah.
Lawrence Cager, I think, was leading the team right in receiving that game at first, and there were weird penalties called early on, and Dable almost exploded.
Yep.
Downfield, I think it was legal man downfield. Somebody, Tyree
Dable.
Phillips, maybe might have been Phillips.
I think it was Phillips in that one play. Yep.
Yeah. And now you look at man, did we improve this roster? And I think that's why, look, we sent out something earlier this week. We experimented. The videos came back. Everybody picked the Giants. Of course, you're feeling good. But it was really a feeling of no, we can win this game. And I think there's a sense of we kind of should win this game right now. That's how Giant fans feel. I'm not saying they should win. I'm just saying that's how we all feel. But I just wanted to touch on that, dude. The the increase in talent, the influx in talent from last year to this year, maybe the biggest since like the 83-84 season, dude. I mean, it's huge.
And like Jerry, like you just said, I think Giant fans, we look at this and say, hey, we should win this game.
Yeah.
No, not like, oh, it's gonna be an upset. I know the 3-point on the door. Oh, it's gonna be an upset and all that stuff. Yeah. No, they're looking at like, hey, we should win this game.
Yeah.
We're a playoff team. We added this talent, the draft, Dable.
Yeah.
No, we should beat these guys at home.
Yeah.
That's the feeling I got watching the videos. Like you said, people calling in, watching the videos. Hey, and Jerry, I'm going to say it too. They should.
Yeah.
They should win this game.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll find out. We're going to make predictions later on. I know you went with the Giants already. I saw you.
A little bravado because I felt good after watching all those videos, but no, I'm going with the Giants.
Yeah. Sure. So am I. We'll get to the whatever you want to do later with the scores. So am I.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Giants too. I got a really good feeling. If they come out and get whipped, Jerry, I'll be freaking shocked.
Yeah. Right.
If they come out, look, the first week of the NFL season, actually the first 2 weeks is always very unpredictable.
Yeah.
You don't quite know teams, who's not really in sync yet, all that stuff. But man, if they come out and get whipped by the Cowboys, Jerry, I'll be freaking shocked. I really will be, man. I think the Giants are gonna come out and they should win this game. I think they will.
And it'll be really.
How about the coaching edge, Jerry? How about the coaching edge?
It's not even an edge. It's a cliff. It's a coaching cliff.
I remember last year Thanksgiving Day game, Jerry, and I was. How the Giants were in that game, I don't know. And I'm just shaking my head going, man, we got a hell of a coach here with David.
Yeah.
To have this team in this game with the personnel they had out there, the penalties, like you just said, Tyree Phillips with that big penalty, he's not even on a team anymore. He's not because of that, but he's the guy that's not even on a team anymore. Okay.
Right. Sure.
So, and now you got more talent, the Dable factor, and Wink factor, the Kafka, who I love, I'll match up Dable against McCarthy any day of the week. They close the talent gap a lot. And because of the added talent gap, closing that gap, Jerry, to me, the Giants win this damn game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I couldn't agree more. The talent gap being closed and the coaching advantage we have. Absolutely. By the way, I was thinking about this before, totally off topic, Chris. Mike Kafka, even if the Giants finish like 7-10, I think he's getting a job next year. Like, I just think no matter what happens, he's not going to be here next year. He's going to get a job offer, but I'm so glad we have him back this year, dude. I can't wait to see how Jones progresses in the second season under him and how he can call more of his offense with all these weapons. It's going to start Sunday night, dude. It's going to start Sunday night. Cannot wait.
So, let's look at it. What are some of the things you're looking for, against the Cowboys? What are some of the things you're looking for? Like I said, I'm looking for Saquon. I'm looking for Daniel to have a solid game, not necessarily 300-yard game. I'm looking for him to have that 230-yard range. I think Saquon's going to go wild. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. And now you can't, like we said, you can't have DeMarcus Lawrence, the Micah Parsons blowing up this game.
No.
But in third and shorts, too, you don't have to worry about that as much,
Right. That's right.
Look, Brian Dable is a fiery, competitive guy, dude. And somebody told me the other day they were really pissed they lost those 2 games at Dallas last year. They felt they had him, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And Dable, both games, Jerry, Dable, Wayne, Kafka, the whole coaching staff, the feeling was we had them, we lost them. Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Wait till we add talent.
Right.
Well, they have added talent via draft, free agency, and all that. And they feel like, okay, now it's a little more on an even playing field. Get ready.
Yeah.
And this isn't the Jets. We have receipts, and we're going to take receipts. We're going to be the best defense since the 85 bad. No, this is just Dable and the guys.
That's that statement. Go ahead. Sorry.
Dable and the guys feeling confident that they've closed that talent gap a lot.
Yeah.
They feel they almost stole 2 from the Cowboys last year when the talent gap was like this.
Mm-hmm.
Now Dable and the staff feel like, well, we've gone, now it's this.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not going to sit. I'm just telling you, Jerry, because people tell me things the way the feeling is.
Yeah.
Dable's not telling the media. He's not going around telling John Mara every day, get ready, John. I'm taking the seats. we're going to smoke these guys. Oh, I'm the best. No, we're the greatest. No, that's not Dave's, but he's a fiery, competitive mother. You know what?
Yeah. You can tell Mara 4 Daves when you're going to the bathroom next week.
Right. I'll tell him. Yeah, he already knows. But I'm just saying, it's a different. It sticks in their side, Jerry.
Yeah.
That they lost 2 games last year. They felt they could have won, especially the game at home, dude.
Oh yeah.
Especially the game at home. And look, nobody's making excuses. I'm just telling you that they look at it this year entering the 2023 season against the Dallas Cowboys, saying like, I just did this. The talent gap is closed.
Yeah.
Now, let's see what's up. You get what I mean?
100%, 100%. Because
saying?
And if you said that about Philly, I'd be like, all right, well, it's a little delusional because those games weren't close. You don't want to count that second game.
Nobody's saying that about Philly.
Right, exactly. But when you say it about Dallas, it's like, no, that's a good argument to make, dude. Those games were close. And you can make the argument that they should have won that first one. Yeah.
Jerry, after the playoff loss to the Eagles last year, the feeling in the building, like, guys, we're not even close to these guys.
Yeah, they're
we
different stratosphere.
We have to improve a lot.
Yeah.
The feeling after the Dallas games was, hey, they're a better team, but we had them twice. They didn't have the Eagles, dude, We had them twice, and we've closed that gap. We're ready, Yeah. I think when that schedule came out in May, there's a lot of people that were happy, dude. So.
And I'm not trying to be funny here, but another spot where we have the advantage is kicker, Chris. Like, we have one of the best in the league. They have this Brandon Aubrey guy that I don't know how confident they feel in him, but they're going with him.
What's that? Right? He's a rookie, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but he was in the USFL for a bit, and I don't know.
I didn't even know that. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I would just think I'm just throwing a name out there, like a Nick Folk type, someone out there that you go into this game with. We have Graham Gano. This game could come down to a field goal. I mean,
absolutely.
And we have one of the best in the league, if not the best. Well, Tucker's probably the best, but number 2 in the league.
He's one of the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's one of the best. No question about it. Yep.
So that was got to give Gettleman credit for that one. He brought him in. But I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if this came down to a field goal. But we'll see.
Oh, Jerry, I expect it to be a tight game within a touchdown. Yeah. So that's what I expect, and I think it's gonna go. I think it's gonna go the Giants' way. Home and Sunday night. I think it is. But they're a very talented team. Can't turn the ball over, dude. Right? This isn't a team you play against that you could turn the ball over a couple times. All that stupid stuff, stupid penalties. Can't afford to do that against these guys. You could do that against Arizona maybe next week. Can't do it against these guys.
The atmosphere, dude. The atmosphere Sunday night is going to be insane. Is the UPS guy there or Amazon or no?
No. Okay. I don't quite know why she balked there. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I love it.
Yes, to be nonstop. Yeah.
No, it's part of the podcast, dude. Now the generator is part of the podcast. I can't even hear it, by the way.
Good. I'm glad.
But yeah, dude, that atmosphere Sunday night. Oh my God. I mean, you always say like this is the biggest game since. I mean, this game is it's gonna if there was a roof, it would blow off the building Sunday night. There's gonna be Dallas fans that get in there, but it's not gonna be 50-50 like it's been, or it's gonna be probably 70-30 type. Giant fans are gonna be very prominent, and I can't wait. It's gonna be incredible, dude. What other aspects of this game do you have your eye on? Or if there aren't any, that's fine. But for me, it was corner and our ability, or hoping for the ability to stop their pass rush. You said
and you got to stop their run too. You can't have Pollard going crazy.
Yeah, the offensive line isn't the Eagles, and it's not as dominant as it's been, say, at certain periods over the last 10 years, but it's still pretty good offensive line.
Still top 5 in the league.
Yeah.
Still really good. They just re-signed Terrence Steele. They gave him an extension.
Yeah,
so that was undrafted guy, man. And they won't the same line when he got hurt last year. Zach Martin's back. He's happy, right? He got a deal. And then the veteran Tyron Smith, the left tackle, and look, they drafted Tyler Smith last year. He's going to play over the guard. He had to play tackle last year and played really well for them.
Yeah.
So they're a young. They're still, a physical top 5 offensive line in this league. The Cowboys, man, it seems like we've been saying that forever, right?
Yeah.
So.
And we improved our run defense, so that should help.
Yeah. It's just going to be interesting how they attack the Giants here. I think they're going to come out throwing and challenging those corners. I really do.
Like you said, they should.
Like they should. But this is Brian Schottenheimer and Mike McCarthy. you know, if it was Kellen Moore still there, he'd be out winging all over the lot right from the beginning. But we'll see how this. This is McCarthy and Schottenheimer. So we'll see what they do.
It's interesting, man. All right, dude. You ready for some questions?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. We're going to start off with Kyle Johnson, who thanks, Kyle, for sending in the video. You're hilarious, by the way. We appreciate it, man. All right. So he has 2 questions. His first one is, who do you think is going to make a biggest impact week 1? Not naming the top easy guys like Saquon Waller, Dex, and Thibodeau. Don't name an easy guy who's going to have a big impact. And then second, do you think the Giants should hire Joe Judge before the game to give a motivational speech, then fire him again? Kyle wouldn't be Kyle without that type of question. We love you, buddy. Good stuff. I'm going to go with Ben Bredesen. That's like a name you wouldn't. Yeah. Like the middle of that line is going to be okay. I'm going to say that.
Okay. I'm going to go.
You're going to tell me he's not even starting, but whatever.
No, he's starting. Yeah. No. I'm going to go with Jason Pinnock.
All right, cool.
I think Pinnock makes a big play early in the game, either forced fumble or an interception.
Yeah.
Or a sack, because he'll be blitzing a lot, Pinnock.
Yep. All right. Crystal ball time. It's week 9. What is one thing that is going on with the Giants that nobody anticipated headed into the season? Thanks for a great pod. Also, should we expect more T-shirt reaction videos from Chris? The viral video. Guys, wait a minute. That happened after our last podcast. The viral Chris Bisignano T-shirt video. Awesome.
Yeah, which I heard made its way to Jets land. and I heard there was many names called my way, usually starting with A and ending with E. Over in Florham Park, which I love. I thought it was great. Sorry.
Awesome. No, dude, you're part of this rivalry now. You're right smack in the middle of it, buddy.
Had some fun with it, and all that stuff. Although I was annoyed by that whole Rodgers thing. That's why I put it out there.
Yeah, and speaking as a dad at night watching TV, every dad could relate to that video. Like just being pissed off, like, you know what? I'm going to social media with this.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get any Christmas cards from Jets fans. Not that I give a flying, what. I don't think I'll be getting any Christmas cards from Jets. But I can tell you this: the inside the Giants building, a lot of people saw it, and a lot of people loved it. Some thought I was out of my mind, but a lot of people loved it in the Giants building. A lot of thumbs up, from what I understand. It was in the cafeteria. People were watching it, and they were like, "Oh, good for him." That's what I heard. Some feedback I got from some people in that building. So it was pretty funny.
Good stuff.
I had some fun with it. Jet fans didn't. And the funniest thing, Jerry, had to be the funniest responses besides calling me an a-hole, this and that. Who's this idiot? All that stuff. The funniest thing had to be this. Let me just say this. I thought the Eagle fan base was the dumbest fan base on the planet until I did that video, and then the Jet fan base responded. Now I realize they're the dumbest fan base, probably even worse than the Eagles, which I didn't think was possible, right? So, but I love the ones that came back and said that I was putting on a fake New York accent.
Oh, yeah,
that was classic.
Come on. And then they said I don't get the Boston thing. I'm
well,
like, you think that sounds like Boston?
Yeah, I love the people who said, "Oh, they're trying to put us some New York." But that was great. Well, for newsflash, I think everybody, our followers, know it. People watch this video. I am from New York, so I don't think it's really a fake accent I'm putting on. But I just thought it was great, man. The anger, I definitely touched the nerve with the Jet fans who will be flipping on Aaron Rodgers if they get up to 1-3 start. He throws a couple of key picks. They'll be flipping on Aaron Rodgers instantly, too. They'll be looking to throw him out the door, worst pick, worst trade ever, the whole deal. So I had a lot of fun with it. What are you going to do? Yeah. Giants building loved it. Jets building hated it. So,
real quick, you said about the Jets fans. I as a Ranger fan, I say this. I put them in the Ranger fan camp. And what I mean by that is, as a Ranger fan, I know my fan base's faults, right? Giant fans sometimes seem too disinterested at the game. That's their fault to me. That's their flaw. And the top levels, they leave. They want to beat the traffic. Sometimes they leave early, whatever.
Yeah, they outpriced
Ranger. What's that?
They outpriced the real diehard fans.
That's true. Right. Ranger fans are like Jet fans. And I say that as one in that when they get a guy, when they make their trade once a year, Stanley Cup, here we go. Patrick Kane, Stanley Cup. Tarasenko, Stanley Cup, here we come. And it's this same thing, like Aaron Rodgers, Super Bowl, we got it now. And it's just, I see the resemblance, or I almost look in the mirror and I'm like, the fan bases remind me a lot of each other. I'm not calling Ranger fans stupid. I'm saying there's this expectation when you make a trade that all of a sudden you're in now, and it never happens for the Rangers. And you keep saying it. We keep saying it every year. So I'll just put that together. Let's get back to these questions. First, we're going to take a break, guys. You're listening to the Giant Insider Podcast. Hang on 1 second. And we're back. Folks, listen to the Giant Insider Podcast with Jerry Foley and Chris. Nobody beats the Biz Bizignano. The first part of his question, Brian Fitzgerald, was crystal ball time, week 9. What is the one thing going on with the Giants that nobody anticipated into the season? I'm going to say somebody's having a better year than you thought they would. Someone kind of under the radar like a Bellinger. And not that we don't think Bellinger can have a good year, but it could be like an absurd amount of touchdowns he's scoring, even though Waller's dwarfing everyone in yards in receiving yards. So I'll say something like that. Like Bellinger surprises everyone with week 9, he's got like 6 touchdown receptions. It wouldn't stun me. So
yeah. I like that one.
Very specific questions about the first play of the game. Jimmy Kroll, do you think they let Hyatt loose on the first play to set the tone that they can take the top off if they need to? Maybe. I don't know.
So you got to see this Jalen Hyatt kid in the locker room, Jerry.
Oh, yeah. Talk about that real quick because you tweeted about it. Thanks for bringing it up. Yeah, go ahead.
Right next to Daniel. His locker's right next to Daniel.
Yeah.
Man, Daniel's with him. You see them. They're looking at those tablets, looking at film, and Shep's right next to Hyatt, man. And this Jalen Hyatt kid, great kid, man, by the way. Talking to him the other day, and just a real respectful, real nice young man.
Good. Awesome.
But sitting there like a sponge. You can see Daniel's doing it. He's looking, and they're looking at the tablet and they're pointing at things. And you got Shep over there whispering in his ear, talking to him. Great move by the Giants, putting Jalen Hyatt, right there next to Shep, and Daniel. I like it. I love it.
It's
this kid, so.
It's different than the what they tried before with somebody too.
Yeah, well, they had Tony there. I think Tony was trying to do the same thing and keep an eye on all that stuff, and hopefully he would get it. But he was on his own page at times, and we all know how that wound up. I'm not gonna get on Kadarius Toney, and even my tweet today, I didn't mean it. The bash Kadarius Toney. I just meant what a difference. That's what I meant.
Right.
The point I was trying to make on Twitter today was that, man, what a difference. Jalen Hyatt's sitting there constantly looking and talking and studying. Kadarius is a little bit different, put it that way, personality. So, but great move by the Giants, putting Shep, Hawkins and Tate Banks are right next to each other too. Rookies, they're forming a bond.
It's almost like a psychology experiment, right?
Yeah, well, that's what they'd like to do in the locker. They like to put certain guys here and this, and all that stuff. And Leo and Dex, and Dory's right by the kid, new guys, and Thibodeau and all that stuff. So, I just thought it was great. Hyatt, great makeup, dude. Wants to be really good at his craft. I just love that you see him with Shep, you see him with Daniel, you see them studying, you see them talking. I just thought that was great. I like to see things like that because you'd be surprised, Jerry, the little things you pick up in a locker room with different guys.
Yeah, right.
Surprised,
Well, you picked up the one with DeAndre Baker years ago, but again, we've talked about that enough times. But those are the things you pick up. That's
you pick up little things, and it's
before you only picked up negative things. Now you're picking up positive things.
Yeah. Sometimes there's always mostly positive. But there was a few negatives. Even Eli Apple. I don't know if you remember me with Eli Apple too.
Oh,
I was like, this kid's another planet. Remember, I was like, this kid.
Yeah, my God.
So, but. Yeah, looking around, stuff like that. When you see these draft kids, you kind of like to see what the hell they're made of.
Yeah.
I like to see that with Hyatt. I love Tate Banks. He's quite a character. He's a funny dude, man. It's totally.
Is he a talker? Is he a talker on the field?
When you get him one-on-one, he's totally different than his presses.
Well, on the field, do you notice is he a talker on the field?
I don't know. He says he talks a little bit.
Okay.
He likes to talk a little bit. But I'm just talking about him one-on-one. He likes to talk. Like he'll talk about anything one-on-one. He's the rookie, after the draft, and they had the rookie class, and he's being interviewed. He's very in front of the cameras. He's very yes sir, no sir, yeah, yes. Quick, when you get him one-on-one, he's like a totally different guy.
Right.
Oh, we were laughing the other day, man, and we're having a great conversation. And he's a good dude, man. He's a funny dude, man. He really is, brimming with confidence, bro. He doesn't. He's not afraid of anybody, man.
Good.
He might get beat. Don't get me wrong, but he's not afraid of anybody. This kid. He'll step on a field against anybody. I'm telling you, you could just see it. Hawkins is totally different. More quiet. A little more reserved than Tay. But we'll see. We'll see.
You like that in your corner, confidence. Frank Ciotto, in light of Shane's methodical approach to the roster construction in the cap, how does Mike Evans make any freaking sense? Yeah, sometimes things just are posted on Twitter. I don't want to say they become gospel, but it's like, are we getting Mike Evans? Like, dude, some guy posted that, and that's just out of nowhere. So I mean, no, I don't.
Yeah, which is really annoying when we're tagged with them.
When you what?
When the Giant Insider is tagged with these stupid tweets,
right?
And all you see is 5,000 responses. I'm like, what is this? This is Mike Evans in a Giant uniform, and there's 4 million responses, and I'm, oh my god, I got it was like, oh, why the hell am I tagged in this? What the hell? So anyway,
it's awesome. How am I tagged in this? Yeah, sometimes you get tagged and stuff like that, and then you see 30,000 responses about something you never started, and you're
I don't want nothing to do with it,
Cool, awesome. Let's see. Wow, JG. What amount of wins, losses would you consider a disappointment in terms of the season outcome? I'll just say this, Jay, not making the playoffs. I mean, if 8 and 9 somehow miraculously got him in, I'd be okay. I mean, it's like you're in. It's just not making the playoffs, man. So I want 10 wins. I'll be honest with you. I want 10 wins.
I agree. Yep. Is that your prediction? 10 and 7?
No, I think I'm going with what Syvertson said. I'm going 11 and 6.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think we take a step forward. I don't care about the schedule. I don't care about anything else.
No, you shouldn't. Yeah, you shouldn't. Yep.
Let's see. Do you think roll another? Sorry, guys. If you can, okay, here we go. Matthew at Tricky8 Ninja. Love these names. If you can see into the future, it's week 17. Who is wide receiver 1 on this team? That's a good one. So maybe not even leading in yardage, but the bona fide, he's our number 1 receiver now. Want to go first or want me to go?
Who's our number 1?
Yeah, wide receiver.
I'm gonna
receiving options, Waller, but
yeah, no, wide receiver. Yeah. Who's our bona fide? I'm gonna go with Slayton.
There's chemistry there. I'm gonna go. By then, it's gonna be Jalen Hyatt.
Oof, that would be great.
That?
Wow,
how about that?
What a draft pick that would be, huh?
Yeah.
If he's a legit number 1. Hey, Jerry, I'm not gonna doubt you on that, brother.
I mean, everything you're saying, everything I've seen so far, it just wouldn't surprise me. And he's just like you said, he's got the right attitude. He's a sponge. He's between Jones and Shepard. This is being set up. Other than him changing his number to 13, everybody loved that. I wasn't so crazy about that. I'm like, just stay with 84. Make your own number, but okay, whatever.
I could see him taking Isaiah Hodgins snaps away.
Yeah.
As the season goes along.
Yep.
I really could. Yep.
Yeah. We'll go a couple more. Dan Mann at Graham Danny. Jerry, are there any new game day rituals for this season? You're going to play it by ear as it goes. I'm going to play it by ear as it goes. And if the watch party that I'll be hosting Sunday night, I'll probably log in around 7:45. I'll send out a tweet about it probably the day before, the day of. If that works and the Giants win, well, guess what, guys? Watch parties are happening until they lose, at least. So I play it by ear. If what I wore produced a win, then I wear the same thing the next week. Don't shower, all that good stuff. So
what do you mean don't shower?
Well, I mean, I don't wash the clothes. I mean, I'll shower, but I won't wash the clothes. The clothes won't be washed.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll try not to get too sweaty. We'll go one more. Here we go. Richard Savner. Hey guys, 2-leg parlay. How would you pick? Waller over under 79.5 receiving yards. Bellinger over under 0.5 receiving touchdowns. I'll hang up and listen. I'd say over with both.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over with both of that.
Nice.
I think Bellinger gets a touchdown Sunday. And I think Waller gets 84 yards receiving. So I'm gonna go over with both.
Nice job. Actually, one more.
How about Saquon? What would the Saquon number be over and under rushing yards?
I like 110 or
Wow.
10. I don't know. I'm bad at.
I wonder what Vegas has at it.
Yeah, dude. I
I
don't gamble, dude. I'm
Yeah,
terrible.
either do I. Yeah, no.
Oh.
That's why I don't know.
Like you see all the Giant stuff. Like I have an addictive personality. Could you imagine if I started gambling? Everything would be gone. Everything, all of it. My God, I know my flaws, guys. I want to ask you one more, Chris. Abhijit Patel, who gets the first touchdown against the Cowboys? Hashtag Buffoon Crew. Hashtag Be Giant.
I'm gonna go Barkley. First and goal in the 3, or second and goal in the 3, and Barkley takes it in.
Love it.
Saquon.
I'm gonna go Daniel Jones. He's gonna run one in. Crowd's
Zone read. How far of a run?
Yeah, it's gonna be a design play. Yeah,
30-yard run, zone read. How far is it gonna be?
Under 10. It's gonna be like first and goal at the 8.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Let's see. Oh, now the ass kicking segment begins in earnest this week. The pick section. I should say.
Watch for a little trickery too this week, bro. For the Giants.
Can't wait. So, will we see the wheel route?
Bill Paris Campbell's. Maybe a little halfback option with Saquon and some.
Oh my God!
Watch for a little trickery too.
What about the wheel route, Chris? The wheel route.
Well, you got to look for that double move now.
Nice
for Saquon. He broke out that double move a few times in training camp. Not just a straight wheel. That double move. I'm looking for that. A little double move from Saquon.
All right.
I think you're going to see little wrinkles in the running game too with those options. Saquon taking in a Wildcat. You might see that again. Watch for Paris Campbell in the backfield. A little wrinkle going on there. I like to call them wrinkles instead of tricks. Little wrinkles. Mm-hmm. Stuff like that. Just remember I said that.
All right. Cool.
Look,
I'm in, buddy.
Special teams wise, it certainly appears Eric Gray is going to be returning kickoffs and punts, Jerry.
Kickoffs too. Okay.
What?
Kickoffs too. All right.
Yeah, kickoffs too. Which to me, I got to be honest with you, dude. I'm not. Even McGay said today. Thomas McGay, special teams coach, said today that they're confident in Gray. I'm not. Mm-hmm. I'm not confident in Gray in punt returns. Kickoffs, I don't have a problem with. I am not confident with Gray in punt returns.
His ability to receive it or get any yardage.
Even watching the other day, dude, I'm not 100% confident in him. I think the Giants, they're going to go with him. It looks like. I just think this could be a little risky with Gray, because I'm just not confident. I've seen him all summer, even watching him the other day. I think you will see, Jerry, a situation where they just want to receive the punt and just catch it. Look for Shep. I could see that.
I was going to say that. I was going to ask you, would you do Shep, or even, don't freak out, Giant fans, if he's calling a fair catch, Adoree Jackson or someone like that?
Jerry, I haven't seen Adoree Jackson one time this summer or practice, so don't look for Adoree. Look for Shep, though, if they want
a veteran who's done it. Okay.
If they just want to make that catch, make sure they, get that catch. But Gray is going to be the other times. I just don't feel 100% right now. I really don't. I hope it. There isn't a big muff in this game. It's probably going to be a tight game.
By the way,
we'll see.
We picked up somebody we both liked a lot, Cam Sims.
Yeah, on the practice squad. Yeah.
I forgot to mention that before. That's all.
Yeah,
I always liked him.
Yeah. Big kid. With Dable in Alabama. Plays special teams a little bit. So.
All right, dude. Week 1, we're tied 0-0. Sweet. First game, Lions-Chiefs tomorrow night, Chris. Who do you like?
Please, Chiefs.
Yeah, we're not going to bite any legs this week, Dan. Chiefs. All right. Now the Sunday ones begin. The slate. Bengals at Browns. Who do you got?
Yeah. I'm going to go with a Browns upset.
Oh, look at you, because it's week 1 or no?
Yeah, a little week 1. Joe Burrow hasn't played all summer. Might turn it over a few times like they did last year in the opener. They lost the opener last year at home. I'm going to go with a Browns upset in Cleveland.
I'm going to go Bengals on that one. Texans at Ravens.
I'll go with Baltimore.
Yeah, same. Buccaneers at Vikings. Vikings. Yeah, home. Panthers at Falcons.
Atlanta.
Same. Cardinals at Commanders. Oh,
Jerry,
Commanders.
If the Cardinals win 3 games, I'll be surprised.
I'm with you there, dude. Oh, my God.
I think Washington's going to be much better than people think, bro. I like Washington.
Yeah, it's going to come down to like Sam Howell too, how much of an improvement he's going to be over Heineke. But they're talented everywhere else, dude. They're a talented team, Commanders. Unfortunately, they're not going to be the whipping boy anymore in our division. They're going to be relevant. Unfortunately, Jaguars at Colts, Chris.
Jaguars.
Same on the road. I'll go first on the next one. 49ers at Steelers. I'll go 49ers on the road.
I'm going to go Pitt.
That's a good one. I was actually thinking about it, but I have the stones to pull it off. Still 1 o'clock. Titans at Saints. I'll go Titans on the road.
There you go. I'm going to go with the Saints at Derek Carr.
There you go. There you go, stupid.
No, dude, the Titans.
No, I don't.
Yeah, man, yeah. Hey, DeAndre Hopkins, baby.
All right. 4:25, first game. Raiders at Broncos. I'm going to go Broncos at home. Sean Payton's first game.
I'm going to go Raiders.
It wouldn't stun me if the Raiders won, though.
I'm going to go Raiders.
4:25, big game. Eagles at Patriots.
Yeah. I hope New England, but I'm going to go with the Eagles.
Yeah, same. Damn it.
They can't lose on Tom Brady Day, could they, though?
I don't know. It would not stun me if the Eagles come out of the gate a little slow, but
Yeah,
I got to go.
I
They're
agree.
so friggin' talented. Ugh, kills me, Eagles. Rams at Seahawks.
Seahawks,
At
yeah.
home.
The Rams are another team. I don't know if they're going to win 4 games either, man.
Yeah, same. Dolphins at Chargers.
Yeah, good game. Yeah, huh? Good game.
Yeah, really good game.
You want me to go with you?
I'll go first. I'm going to go Dolphins on the road.
Okay, I'll go with the Chargers at home.
All right. If we listen to this podcast, we get a lot different. This could be ugly early. Packers at Bears. Oh, I like that one. Bears at home. All those years of losing to Aaron Rodgers, and now Justin Fields has some weapons. Justin Fields going to be very popular in the fantasy world this year, I have a feeling. Bears at home.
Yeah, I like the Bears too. I think the Bears win a tough one.
And then Monday night, before we get to our game, Monday night, Bills at Jets.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Monday night, September 11th. Yeah, it's obviously means a lot to the New York area. So I'll go first.
Okay.
I want the Bills to win, obviously, but I just think this is lined up for the Jets to win this game. I don't see how they're going to lose this one.
Yeah. I like the Jets too.
Yeah. All right, dude. Most important, Sunday night, 8:20 Eastern Standard Time. Cowboys visit MetLife. I'll go first because I think if you watch the video on YouTube with a lot of the fans' predictions, again, guys, thanks for sending those in. We're going to have a lot of fun with that this year. Saw my prediction. All right, look, I do think the Giants are going to win. It's going to be close for a bit, and I think the Giants are going to pull away. I'm going with a big win, like a 20-point victory here, guys. I feel very good. I almost feel too good about this game right now, which scares the crap out of me a little. But I'm going to go Giants in a big win, man. Want me to give you the score?
Like a 34-14 type game? Or
37-13. Yeah.
wow. 37. Yeah. I heard, I saw the video before. I thought you said 20-13. Oh, 37-13.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a big one. Yeah, I do. There you go.
Jerry, can you imagine a statement to the rest of the league if the Giants did that Sunday night?
Well, we'll see.
What statement that would be, right?
Yeah.
Look, I'm not going to go 20 points. I hope you're right, dude. Obviously, I hope you're right.
I'm probably not. Because
it's time. I don't say that, man. But it's time to beat these guys.
Yeah.
It's time to beat these guys. Giants they came out of this camp healthy. No big injuries.
Yeah.
No excuses. At home, catching Dallas early. Mike McCarthy calling the plays. All right. Fired up crowd. Warm night. What more could you ask for, dude? Right?
I have no idea.
Giants, Daniel, Saquon, my boy Saquon has the night. Giants 27, Cowboys 20. Giants control the clock. We'll do Saquon. Okay. Giants will get the Dak. Going to get him like 3 or 4 times. And they're going to get one strip sack, either Aziz or Kayvon.
Nice. Love it.
All right.
Let's go. Love it.
27,
Specific statistics in there, Chris. Nice.
27-20 Giants. And they'll be 1-0 and winning a division game and finally beating these guys, which seems like they haven't in a long, long time.
Yeah.
There you have it.
Good stuff, buddy. Excellent. I can't wait. How psyched are you? Oh my God.
Yeah. You know what? Training camp, July, Jerry, it's like every day. It's like, oh, could we get, but then when it started getting closer, you're talking to players and you could just feel that, they're very
Yeah.
anxious to get this thing rolling, too,
Yeah.
man. Speaking with a few people the other day, it's like, all right, let's get this damn thing going,
Nice.
because the excitement around the team, honestly,
Mhm.
just the excitement with the additions,
Yeah.
and then even, just when you think the roster's kind of settled down, Joe makes his splash move with Isaiah Simmons, right?
Right. Unbelievable.
I think people are so anxious to see how Wink uses him,
Mhm.
and he's going to be all over.
His comments were interesting about him. I don't know if it was today or not, but
Yeah.
it was intriguing when he was talking about him. Like he must see like roses when he sees Isaiah Simmons of what he can do with this guy. So I can't wait, man. Really can't.
Yeah, no, he's going to use them all over.
Yeah.
He's going to use them all over, man. And he can make an impact.
Yeah, can't wait. Uh-oh.
He can make an impact. So,
Enjoy the game. Chris will be tweeting as usual from the press box. And then I will be, like I said, guys, I'll host a watch party on YouTube. Look out for that. Going to send an invite to that, or a link to it rather, before the game. You'll see it on our Twitter account. And then we'll go from there. We'll see how it goes. If it's fun, we'll keep doing it. If they win, we'll keep doing it. And it's positive feedback, we'll do it again. Anything else, bud?
No, enjoy, everybody. Regular season's here. Should be a lot of fun. We'll see what happens.
All right, guys. We will see you next week. Sundays are Giant days. Take care, everybody.
Enjoy.